So what is up, y'all? It is your boys, the Sanchez Bros here, and we are back with another video ranking. We are ranking the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. This is a quarantine edition because we're doing it on Zoom along with our cousin, who you've seen on the video. Well, for me, it makes sense. I'm pointing this way because you're right there.
Yeah, he's right there. That way.
Yeah, he's on that side.
So you've seen him when we tried drawing the cartoon
The one
characters
who
from
can't draw
memory.
for crap.
And then we got James, who you've seen in many Sanchez Bros videos.
Bunch of fucked up hair. I gotta wear my my work hat.
It works out. My name is James, and I work at Knott's.
I do work at Knott's. I feel like I work at McDonald's right now with the headset and the hat. Like, McDonald's, I'm gonna help you. You know, shit like that. Like,
Oh man.
yeah, McDonald's workers are essential. It's crazy.
Shout out to the person that actually did comment on our Friday the 13th video, who asked if we could do the Nightmare on Elm Street videos. I don't remember the username because I'm a bad YouTuber, so I'm just gonna put it up on the screen. Future Mike, you got this. All right, cool.
Just
Thanks.
pull it up. Come on.
All right, thanks to
Toucan
that.
Sam.
Thanks to that person.
Toucan.
Nightmare on Elm Street, guys.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's a great
franchise. Very
series.
good franchise. Very good
It's
franchise.
Very good up to a
It's
certain
really
point.
Hey,
Yeah.
until the remake, bro. Until the remake, bro.
I might have some controversial picks, so you never know. Hey,
I know. We'll see.
Okay.
hey, relax. No.
All right, so we are starting at number 9, the worst Nightmare on Elm Street movie. All right,
Are we starting already? Shit.
All
right.
Come on, bro. Let me get my notes.
Aaron, starting off with you. Your number 9 pick, the worst Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Oh, I thought you were gonna count down. My bad.
Oh no!
Fucking swear.
No.
3, 2, 1. Say it.
It's the remake, the new Nightmare on Elm Street.
Remake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's
Okay.
the worst one in the franchise.
For me, the worst Nightmare on Elm Street movie to me is also the remake.
Damn. 2 for 2 so far.
I also say the remake.
3 for 3.
Yeah, it wasn't cutting it for me. I think honestly, I think the reason why they made this is because new generation. That's probably why most
Yeah.
people don't know what Freddy or who Freddy Krueger is like when it was made.
True.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like millenniums and whatnot. So yeah, but good approach, but just the execution was there.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I say the worst for me. Sorry to say, well, it's the remake Nightmare on Elm Street.
All right, James.
I think by default, I'm also going to say the remake, only because one reason. I remember I saw it once, and nothing from every single movie had something that I like, oh, I remember that. This movie was something I did not remember anything from. I think this is one
That's
kind
true.
of like pushed him more towards like a pedophile as well.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like the only one out of all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies where he's just straight up a child molester.
Yeah, and that's why I'm just like, like
Yeah.
it just wasn't something that like really got to me. Like there are some that I really didn't like, but that one I like saw it once, never had an interest to ever go back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for kills, I gave it a 4 out of 10 because most of the kills were like kind of trying to copy the first movie. So I kind of knew what kind of kills were coming and which scene and stuff like that. So
it's like it was a remake or something. Okay, all right. I'm sorry.
but they weren't as good as the original. Like they fucked up the original. I don't know how the fuck they fucked it up with CGI and shit like that. But yeah. Okay, so the story had potential. I gave it a 6 out of 10 because it had potential. Like I like how they were talking about micro naps and how they were talking about like different things about like dreaming and stuff like that. Like that was a good concept, but like the way they went with the story didn't really catch my attention enough to like kind of pull me in. So yeah, and then the characters, I give them a 5 out of 10 because I cared about the main, like I mean Nancy and like, but like I cared about this Nancy more than the original Nancy, to be honest. That's just me. That's just me. That just I don't know.
I'm gonna
Controversy in the Sanchez
right
bro.
here. I'm gonna.
Controversy in the Sanchez Bros household.
I don't know, but that was just me though.
I'll be
I
honest.
felt more for that Nancy than the other Nancy.
Well, the other Nancy, in my opinion, was hotter. So
Okay, yeah.
the original Nancy, especially
Yes.
seeing her grow
Yes.
up. And,
Heather Langford.
Yes, I know.
hell yeah,
But just the way they portrayed the character was
Okay. All right.
okay. Yes. And then my favorite one-liner I don't know. It's okay. I don't have a favorite one-liner from that. That movie's just fucking. And my overall is a 4 out of 10. So it's trash.
Okay. All right. So for me, the remake, the kills, they were about a 6 out of 10. There were some that were good. There was the intro sequence where the guy like it like to everyone else it looks like he just like cut his own neck. I thought that was interesting. Like the part where like he like just like straight up claws through the guy's chest in the boiler room.
I remember that one.
That one was okay. The story, I gave it a 6 out of 10. Just because I'm more leaning towards 5, just for the overall fact that they made Freddy a child molester, not a child murderer. Overall, like the story, they had interesting concepts that they just didn't go into. Like Aaron was saying, the micro naps and stuff like that. They tried to like expand on like how Freddy works, but they didn't really go into it. Like they just kind of said it, and then they just forgot about it. The characters, I gave it 5 out of 10. I'm leaning towards 4. I'm really leaning towards 4. I didn't care. Favorite one-liner? God, he doesn't really have one-liners in this one. He's like too serious, and then when he tries to make a joke, it just doesn't work.
I finally remembered the wet dreams one.
Yeah.
Didn't he use that also in a previous movie? I'm pretty sure.
That was part 4.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We brought him into the water. Okay, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So basically, I guess my favorite line would be like when Freddy was like, like the heart, without the heart, the human body could still like be alive for like 7 minutes, and he's like, we still have 6 minutes to play, and I was like, no, the human body could be alive for 7 minutes.
He said, so that means we have 7 minutes.
We have 6 more minutes to play. Because a minute has passed since he.
Okay,
I saw
future Mike. Put this in.
Future Mike, you don't even have to. I saw the clip before even doing this. All right, you know what? Just all right. But yeah, overall, I thought it was like 5 out of 10. I didn't like it.
The kills out of 10. I'll give it a solid 5. Solid 5.
That's fair.
There were some occasions where oh wow. There were some occasions like I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. The other one, which was the one?
Story out of 10.
I'll give it a 5 also. I'm being nice. I'm being nice. Like I said before, good approach, but execution wasn't working. So yeah, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Characters.
Give it a 3, my lord.
Give it a 3. No, I don't think so. You know what? I'll give it a 5 also, just because like, I mean, they're okay.
Someone's being generous today.
Yeah. There was pretty good acting. There's pretty good acting, but like, I've actually some of them I have never heard of before.
Yeah.
I have never heard of them. Like, heard of any of the actors that were in the movie.
Yeah.
But they did good. But I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
Okay. Is there any one-liner or joke you can remember from the movie?
No. Definitely not. No.
Okay. So overall, like just as a film overall, what do you think out of 10?
Overall, I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Okay.
Overall. Why? Because, I mean, it's Freddy Krueger. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest. From what I remember, they're going to be very low numbers. So the first one was what? Kills?
Yeah, yes. Kills out of 10.
I guess like 3, 4. Because I very slightly remember that like chest bursting one.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't they try to... No. I think that was a different one. Where they tried to remake the original...
Which one?
The ceiling one?
Yes.
Yeah. That one's the one that I was talking about. It wasn't comparable really to the original.
Honestly, that one I truly don't really like remember too much the character's story. I just remember going in being like, eh. So honestly, I would give it like a 3 all around. There's no really memorable one-liners or whatnot.
Just like normally, 3 across the board.
Yeah, because I can just
3's across the board.
Yeah,
man.
I can talk more about all of them, and just that one, I'm just like, shit, I should have. Nah, I didn't even like it. I'll be honest, I didn't like it.
Good job, my lord. Good job.
I'll give it 3 all the way around.
All right, coming in at number 8, Aaron. So your second least favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie?
I changed it because after I saw a movie,
Aaron forgot how many movies there were.
My 8th is part 2, Freddy's Revenge.
What?
Really?
Really? Beat his ass, Michael.
Hold on. I want to know the reason.
Okay, look, the reason is because it doesn't connect to the other movies. I mean, I like that it tried to do his own thing, but it does not connect to the other movies. It does not.
It's in the same house.
Okay.
It is.
They find Nancy's journal.
But the storyline.
Is it because it's gay?
No,
do you hate it?
no,
Do you hate it because it's the gayest horror movie of all
Coach
time?
Snyder wanting to hit the shower.
Do you hate men with ass?
You gotta let me talk.
Okay, hold on. All right, hold on. All right, keep going. Keep going.
Just beat his ass, Michael.
He's gonna grab something.
All right, so my 8th place is Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
That was my original 8th place.
Okay.
I would have to say Freddy's Dead.
Ooh, okay.
Freddy's Dead, yeah. I wasn't really too fond of it. I mean, it's a good movie. It's a good movie, but I just couldn't really get really
That's fair.
into it. So yeah, that would be my number 8 was Freddy's Dead.
Okay.
I'll be honest, same. Freddy's Dead.
Freddy's Dead?
Freddy's Dead.
Okay.
I know some good parts from it, but overall, it's like, really? Like, it wasn't that like the last like main entry.
Shut up, Aaron. You put 2
as you put number 2 as it. Yeah. And then wasn't that considered like the last entry of the main storyline?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
Basically, you're gonna really end it like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It wasn't that hot. I'll be honest.
Okay. So for the kills, I gave it a 6.
6? Okay.
Yes, because there wasn't really that like great of it. Like it wasn't Freddy kills for me. Like it wasn't his usual kills.
Like we get what you mean. Yeah. I get what you mean on that.
I see what you mean by that.
Like they were more practical and more like
Dude, he killed everybody in that damn pole scene. What you mean?
Okay, but it's not like a usual Freddy Krueger kill.
Yeah. I forgot he's talking about part 2. Fuck you, Aaron.
What do you mean?
I thought he was talking about something else.
Yeah. Well, I get what you mean because it's Freddy, but not really Freddy. But it is Freddy. Like he's.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can see that. No.
Yeah.
Okay, and the story, I gave it an 8 because I liked how he was trying to fight Freddy out of his like body and stuff, and I like how they kind of inputted that like he actually like was able to be successful and like was in the real world and took over and was like killing people for real. Like that was cool.
Okay.
I like that. That was cool.
Okay.
And then the characters, I gave it a 7. I gave it a 7 because I really like the lead actor. The lead actor is
Jesse.
Really good. Yes.
Oh yeah.
I like he makes the whole damn movie. I swear to God.
He's always
like,
sweaty.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's really sweaty.
Yeah, my favorite one-liner from that from the movie was you've got the body and I've got the brains. Like when Freddy has him like where the staircase is and he kind of like kills off his brain and stuff. I thought I thought that was cool. Yeah, that's my favorite one. So overall, I give it a 7 out of 10. I'm telling you, like I enjoyed the movie. It's just that's
but
where I placed
it.
Like,
you ranked it.
I'm sure you did.
They're up there, up at number 2.
All right, so the kills I gave it a 7 out of 10 because like they were like creative, just like most Nightmare on Elm Street movies. That's what I love about the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, how creative the kills are and how like fantastical they are. The story I gave it a 6 out of 10. I'm kind of leaning towards a 5, but because like I don't know, like I said, like it kind of just copies part 3, but it's less cool. Because she is getting like their powers and whatnot. But at the same time, like, I don't know. It didn't really do it for me. Characters, I would give it a 6 out of 10. I hated the fact that they killed off the characters in part 3. And then Alice.
They killed my boy at the beginning.
Yep. my boy Kincaid. But yeah, the characters were alright. They weren't too bad. Let's see. My favorite one-liner would probably be soul food when he has like the pizza with the people. He just like eats like their heads or something like that.
A little meatball.
The little meatballs. Overall, I think like it's pretty solid. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. It's still very enjoyable. Like it's like I'm not gonna like not watch it. I'll still watch it and have fun with it. So yeah, I'd give it a 7.
Okay, I said Freddy's Dead, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
The kills,
out of 10.
yeah, the kills. I'll give it like a 5. I'll give it a 5, yeah.
Good enough.
Okay.
Aaron,
I'll
shut
give it
up.
a
You
5.
put part 2 as number 8.
enjoy-
You put part
You
2.
have
Okay,
no
I
you
actually
have no
enjoyed
say
those
in
kills.
this.
Okay. What do you
You have no
mean?
say in this. You pick part 2.
You picked part 2.
You did.
Um,
Take part 2 pretty low.
And then let's see. The next one was story. The story on Freddy's Dead. Let's see. The story on Freddy's Dead. I'll give it a 6. I mean, I did like some parts.
Mhm.
I just didn't like the whole movie. Like the rest of the movie. Like some parts I liked, some parts I didn't. So
Mhm.
I'll give it a 6. I don't have a favorite line from it. I really don't.
Okay.
I don't.
What?
Yeah, I don't. The characters, I'll give it a 7. There's some good
Okay.
actors.
Mhm.
There's some good actors in there.
Mhm.
The overall picture, I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
6 out of 10.
I was,
So, yeah.
I was
So Freddy's
expecting
Dead
a
for me is
7.
6 out of 10.
That's 7.
So yeah, I also chose Final Nightmare as well. Freddy's Dead. The kills, I'll give it a 7 just for one specific kill, and that's the hearing aid scene.
Ah.
Yeah,
Oh, Carlo.
because that was. I'll be honest, he played with them a little too much, and I was kind of fucked up. Blew
It
up
just
his
wasn't
head.
even a fun kill anymore. It was just like, all right, Freddy, you
Poor
gotta stop.
Carlos.
Yeah, and like he blew his head up. I was like, shit. But after that, like you didn't know where his body went. I was like,
Mhm.
okay. But
Out of
story, yeah, I'll give it a 6. Wasn't really anything too memorable. Like
10. Mhm.
normally, if I really cared about the story, I would have been more into it. Like I watched it, I understood it, I liked it, but it wasn't like something like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
characters. Yeah, I'll give him a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him a 6.
Well, favorite one-liner or
Favorite
Freddy
one-liner?
joke?
Fuck. I knew he was saying some stupid shit when he was playing like with him on the like the
The game.
yeah, I forgot what he said though, but I
But
remember I
now
was like,
I'm playing with power.
yeah, it had to do with like the power glove.
Score.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, stupid Nintendo. But but I guess other than that, that's the only line I truly remember is just him talking shit when he was playing with the glove.
Mhm.
And overall, I'll give it a 5.9.
Motherfucker, you did that just to piss me off.
Oh, God, I did. I'll be honest.
It's just 0.1 away from
Nah,
the
I'll give it a
Wow.
6. It was alright. It was alright.
same.
Not the
It was alright.
6.1.
Number 7, Aaron, on your list.
I swear to God.
Freddy's Dead.
Oh, okay.
He's dead. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mine's is actually Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Yeah.
What do you mean, what?
I like that one.
Oh yeah, no, I do too. It's just I'd rank it freaking what was it? Number 7.
Yeah, mine's the same thing, number 5.
Oh, okay.
Honestly,
Yeah,
honestly
so that's
same.
why I respect it.
Oh, yours is the
Mine's
same
number 5,
too,
yeah.
dude. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Aaron, you're the odd man.
Number 5.
All right, Aaron. All right, you tell us why.
What Freddy's Dead?
Yeah.
So I gave the kills a 7 out of 10 because I really enjoyed the kills and like I kind of got it attached to some of the characters. But yeah, story I gave it a 7 as well.
Okay.
So because I enjoyed the concept of like him trying to like bring people into what's it called Springwood, yeah.
Yeah.
The characters I gave it an 8 out of 10 because I really felt for the characters. Like the characters I enjoyed the characters. And my favorite one-liner is like, "Oh, I beat my high score," when he's with the video game thing. He's like, "Oh, I beat my high score." He's like, "Ha ha ha." I thought it's pretty cool. Yeah. And then yeah, overall I gave it 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, mine was The Dream Child. This one's a weird one.
Fuck yeah, it was weird.
The kills, honestly, I really like them. They're like 8 out of 10.
So I thought you were gonna rank it higher because it had one of your favorite.
No, dude, I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. I fucking love Super Freddy.
I hate this movie.
I fucking love Super Freddy. And then the story. I gave it originally 7, but I'm giving it kind of a 6 because of how stupid it is. The characters, I give it a 6 out of 10. There was like only a couple of them that I cared about. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much. I can't really remember much of them. I just know Alice because she was from the last one, and then the guy who drew comic books. I forgot his name. So favorite one-liner is the "Told you comic books was bad for you," when he's like slicing them up.
Those are cool effects.
Mm-hmm. Overall, I give it a 7 out of 10 just because like it's I have fun with it. It's like a really fun one. Like the kills are fun. Freddy, Robert Englund's always good to watch. But yeah.
For my number 7, I have to do part 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The killings. I like the comic book scene. I like that one. That's a very good scene. So yeah, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Nice.
Storyline. I really enjoyed number 5.
Mm-hmm.
See, it was hard for me to pick like which one would it be my number 7, but I just picked number 5 just because, honestly. But yeah, the storyline, I liked it. 7 out of 10. Quotes, I don't have any quotes that I could I can remember that I liked. Characters, I'll give it a 7 because I like Alice. She's cool. I like her a lot. Then the overall movie, I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Nice.
So that's my pick.
So anytime I think of Freddy 5, I always think of Baby Freddy at the end when he's
yeah, Child Freddy,
yeah, Baby Freddy.
We could just
and that's something I'm always like, okay, see, I didn't need to see this, but because I saw this, you're gonna go a little bit lower. I mean, overall, the movie wasn't that bad. You know, even though after 4 it kind of was like wonky a little, but 5 wasn't that bad. Like you guys said. Also one thing that really stuck to me was Freddy on a skateboard. I'm like,
yes.
Why? I was like, what? I never thought I'd ever see Freddy on a skateboard, but he did. The kills, I think from that comic book scene, that was just a really cool thing just to see, like. So obviously, I would give it a 7. Characters. Characters, I'll give it a solid 6. Just because, like, I don't know. For me, in the Nightmare on Elm Street series, sometimes with characters, they're like hit or miss.
Yeah,
they're huge hit or misses for me. And sometimes I'm just like, obviously I'm supposed to root for you, so I'll be like, yeah, go. But they're there for me. The story was pretty interesting with the whole child and baby, and then at the end when he's like, I want to be like you, and then and he like fucking like said like go kill her or some shit, and then he like turns and like he hits Freddy, you know.
He turns
like,
into
That's why I'm just like, y'all lost me. Like, I get it, but you lost me a little bit. I get it. I get what they're trying to go for. So that's why the story. I'll give it like a 6 or
yeah.
Shit. I don't remember the one-liner for that one. I don't remember the line for that one.
Not even Bon Appetit, bitch.
Oh, that was from that one.
Yeah, that was in this video.
Oh, Bon Appetit. Overall, I'll also give it a 6. Better than Freddy's Dead and the remake, obviously. It's just I guess that's the part of the series where I'm just started getting like, okay, like you're losing me a bit, and then
Moving on, number 6, Aaron.
Dream Master.
Part 4.
Part 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't know how I made it that far, but all right.
I
I'm just kidding. My number 6 is Freddy's Dead.
Damn.
Did I mention A New Nightmare? I don't remember.
No, you did not.
I didn't. Yeah. Okay.
What?
No. Hold on. I want to switch it to 7.
Okay.
I wanna
All right,
switch it to
okay.
7.
All right, fair. All right.
But I'll tell you why. Yeah, I'll tell you. I just forgot about that movie. I was like, well,
Wait,
Wait.
what's the
You're
beginning of
switching.
movie?
Wait, are you switching to 7 or 5?
I'm switching it to. So I'm
So
switching.
the next
my
one after
7,
this one,
which
right?
I picked 5. Yeah,
So New Nightmare is
A New Nightmare.
So
Number 7 for me.
Oh, and part 5 is 6 for you now?
6. Yeah. I just
Oh.
completely forgot A New
shit,
Nightmare.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, Killings. It was cool. I'll give it a 6. Actually, no, I give it a 7. The Killings were pretty cool. Characters, I'll give it. Honestly, I'll give it an 8 just because freaking the OGs are there.
Yeah.
So, but quotes. I don't have a quote or a
Oh,
funny
go.
line. No, I don't. The overall, I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
I don't know. It just wasn't working for me.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good movie. But
Yeah, I get you.
It's a really good movie. It's just that, like, I mean, I have to choose.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard. It was kind of hard for me, honestly. Like, I mean, I didn't want to put A New Nightmare on 7, but I kind of liked 5 better than New Nightmare.
I get you.
In my personal opinion.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh shit! Wait, hold on.
yeah. Wait, we had to. Okay, so this is what 6 now? Or...
Yeah. Okay, you're number 6.
Okay.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is
it's
number
6 now.
right? Okay.
Let's toss up between 2. I'll be honest.
It's gonna be 2.
No.
Between.
Oh, okay.
Between like 2.
Oh, okay. I was about to say like.
You
No,
must
yeah,
make a decision. Grasshopper.
You're gonna be really shocked. Freddy versus Jason at this part right now.
Ooh.
This low for
Okay.
How dare you?
I'll be honest.
I'm gonna
Wow.
live.
I'll be honest.
I hate you.
The people flying back is ridiculous.
Okay, all right, that's true. Like whenever
Yeah.
people get hit and shit, they like fly across the room.
Like, to me, here's the thing. Story wasn't that great. What made that movie so great is that they actually had a really great fight at the end.
Yeah.
That was the best thing that they ever could have done for it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, the kills were good. The fucking flaming guy walking into the party, and then Jason throws his like machete. Like, okay, that's not a Freddy kill, but
I think I was telling Aaron, like, I think Freddy has like 1 kill.
yeah, he doesn't
That
really
movie.
get many kills in that movie. But in my opinion, the saving grace of that movie is the fight at the end. The characters weren't that great. I don't remember any of the characters.
What?
Well, I remember the girl that got hit so hard, trying to distract Jason.
Which is
Yeah, and then he hits her to the tree, and she just dies like straight up. So that's why I'm like kills. I'll give it a 9. It's just because Freddy like Freddy and Jason when they're like killing each other. Just for that. Just that's the whole point. Like that made pretty much the whole movie for me. Characters, like I said, I'll give them a 2. I did not like any of them. The story, I'll give it a 4 or a 5.
Okay.
I don't know what's a good one-liner from it. I remember he was talking to like Jason and kind of like, and he made him into like a baby Jason or like kid Jason with a mask, and I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? I remember that. But other than that, I'll give the movie a total like, just for the fight alone, I'll give that movie a 7.
Okay.
At least he gave it a 7.
Okay.
I'll give it a 7 just because I will skip the whole movie just to watch those 2 fight. Because Jesus Christ, we're never gonna get a movie like that. I don't think we're
like
gonna
in a while.
Yeah, not in a while. Like not Chucky versus this one or any no one. Like
Okay. You didn't get to say yours for your number 6 pick.
I said Dream Mask.
I know, but you.
Oh, okay.
You said the thing, but you didn't say the kills.
I enjoyed the kills. You know, like when Dan's on the motorcycle. Oh no, wait, that's part 5.
That's part 5. That's part 5.
When he's in the surgery room, when the guy's in the surgery room, and then Freddy goes, "Oh, well, they're saying Dr. Seuss."
I remember that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
I enjoyed.
man.
I don't know. I enjoyed.
Oh, I ain't
the
Dr.
kills in-
Seuss. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's my favorite one-liner, by the way. Yeah, in that movie. So, yeah, the story. I enjoyed the story. I like how they brought in the like the old characters. It was sad that they killed them off like that because
Mhm.
I was kind of
My
hoping
boy.
them to like kind of incorporate it in there. But I like how they kind of like they tried something new. Like they
Mhm.
tried to kind of like bring balance because they didn't want to continue the same character stories. Like they wanted Freddy to. I get where they were trying to go with
Okay.
the story. I
Okay.
get where they were trying to go. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the characters, I gave it a 8 out of 10. And then I already said my one. So overall, I give it a 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay. My number 6 was Freddy's Dead. So for me, Freddy's Dead. The kills were 7 out of 10. They were pretty cool. I mean, this is the movie where like Freddy was just a full on Looney Tunes character, and I accepted it and I had fun with it. And they were all over the top. The story, I gave it like a 6 out of 10. I feel like they should have gone more into depth on like the fact that like Freddy killed every single child in like Springwood and everyone's going fucking insane because there's no children or anything like that. They should have emphasized more on that rather than just, that being in the back of the story. Favorite one-liner, it's when like his house is falling and he's like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh yeah.
They're like, "I'll get you, my pretty, and your little soul too." That's when I know I was like, "Oh, okay, this is gonna be that kind of movie." All right, this is what we're in for. Characters, I honestly give it like a. I was gonna give it a 6, but honestly, now that I'm like remembering it, I think I'm gonna give it like a 4. I don't remember.
Shit.
I don't remember any character. Like I
Maybe like
know.
that.
Carlos?
Aaron,
like
you only remember Carlos because you just saw videos on his name.
No, because I
That's
remember
it.
Carlos.
You didn't remember Carlos by name before you started watching those
Yes.
videos. Guaranteed you didn't.
Okay, I knew he was the Mexican guy, but I didn't know he was Carlos.
But yeah,
That's how you know him.
I didn't care about the characters at all. Like even like the whole thing where like she's like Freddy's daughter. I'm like, Oogie.
Oogie.
Overall, yeah, I give it like a 6 out of not really 6. That's 7 out of 10 because I still enjoy it. I still have fun with it. Like it's still fun to watch, and I do like it more than like part 5 and part 4 and all those. So Aaron, your number.
This is number 5.
This is number 5.
My number 5 is Freddy 5.
Freddy 5. Okay.
Freddy 5 is number 5.
Okay.
I respect it.
Nice. My number 5 is Freddy versus Jason.
For me, number 5, it will have to be part 4.
Oh, okay.
Part 4.
Okay.
I say
See,
part 4 for
I'm
me.
not the only one.
Should have already put part 2 as number 8.
I don't care.
It's just gonna keep going.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
Honestly, same. Dream Master.
Dream Master? Okay.
Dream Master, yeah.
Okay. All right, Aaron, start us off. Kills? What'd you think?
I enjoyed the kills. I thought they were great. All the kills were great.
Mm-hmm.
I give it.
I think it's great. Just great. The greatest.
So kills, I gave it 10 out of 10 because I enjoyed all the kills.
Okay.
I really enjoyed them. Like when he's feeding her, and then when the guy gets sliced up
Mm-hmm.
like a comic book, and then
Mhm.
Dan,
Dan the man.
Dan
And the
is
man.
fucked, bro. But yeah,
I just wanted to
enjoyed
be
that.
a dad.
Yeah, he just wanted to be a dad, bro.
All right.
Plus. So yeah, story I gave it. I gave it a 9 out of 10 because I really enjoyed the story of like him trying to like take her baby from her and
Mhm.
stuff, and how it reiterated his mom, because I know his mom was in part 3 and part 4, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, part 3 and 4. So they elaborated a little more about what
Mhm.
happened and how like kind of explain like why Freddy became the way he did because of because of how he grew up and well, yes.
Okay.
And then the characters, I gave it a 10 out of 10 because I really felt for the characters, except the girl that was getting fed the intestines too. Yeah, because I hated that bitch. I fucking hate that bitch. forget. My one-liner from there is better not dream and drive. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, when Dan's driving. And overall, I gave it a 8 out of 10.
Okay. All right.
I respect it.
Yeah. So my number 5 is Freddy versus Jason. Like James put it like in a way that like makes sense to me now. Like it's more of a Friday the 13th movie than a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Because it's like
him.
yeah, it's like a Friday the 13th movie, and it's like those like Scooby-Doo episodes where it's like featuring like Batman or like featuring the Globetrotters, and it feels like Friday the 13th featuring Freddy Krueger. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Freddy vs. Jason, like just like the last time, I think like the kills are great. Like I feel like overall, even though like Freddy gets like one of them, the overall movie, the kills are like an 8 out of 10. The story, just the fact that like Freddy and Jason are fighting, I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. Just because like I don't know, I just like the fact that Freddy and Jason exist in the same world and like they're fighting. My favorite one-liner. I was like caught in between like it's both when they're fighting, and like one of them is like when he's like just man the torpedoes. Like, he's just doing the propane tanks, like shooting the propane tanks at him.
Mhm.
But like my favorite line is just like is when like he's on top and like Jason's on the bottom of the construction site. It's just Freddy going, "Hey, asshole!" It's just because it's just Robert Englund just yelling, "Hey, asshole!"
That's pure classic Freddy Krueger humor.
Yeah. Characters, I give it a 5 out of 10. I didn't care about Laurie. I didn't care about Will. I didn't care. The only person I
You
cared
didn't care about Laurie?
No, I'm gonna be honest, dude. I didn't.
But Laurie's
He's chill.
I think like the only person I cared about was like I think it was Freebird or whatever his name, however you pronounce his name.
The one that gets like cut in half.
Yeah. And then, yeah, he gets possessed by Freddy and he gets cut in half.
You didn't like the boy? You didn't feel for
Which one?
guy from Ride the Roxbury?
Oh, yeah, him too a little bit.
You got fucked, man. You're just trying to save those kids. You got fucked.
He got electrocuted, man.
I remember.
Overall, I think it's a 9 out of 10 movie just because, you know, it's Freddy versus Jason. And, like, that last fight scene is great.
Sweet. So I picked from my number 5, part 4.
Part 4.
So, part 4, yes. The killings were great. I enjoy the killings. I give it a 8 out of 10.
Good night.
Good night.
Alright.
Okay.
The overall story, I give it an 8 out of 10. I
8 out of
enjoyed
10,
it.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. The characters, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It was good characters. My favorite quote, my favorite line. Oh man, I said 4, right? Damn it, I'm trying to think. I have one on top of my head. I just can't think of it. Like I had it, but then I forgot because your dad showed up.
Oh, was it the Dr. Seuss one?
No, it wasn't. It was.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Was it soul food?
Oh man, that's gonna kill me. Well, anyways, I have one. I just can't think of it right now. Let's see. The overall movie. Oh, wait, I did that already. What am I missing? I did the killings.
The overall movie.
Yeah, overall.
Okay.
Overall. Yeah, overall. No, overall.
Overall,
You did the killings, right?
yeah. Overall, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I did.
Okay. 10.
Overall, I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh,
Nice.
All right, so number 5, I also chose 4. The killings, I liked them. I thought they were pretty unique, especially the Roach Motel one. That one was pretty like shit. Like and then the suck to death. Like, dude, she didn't do why? Like, why did she have to fucking drag her into her dream to get her killed? And she's like, oh my god, I dragged Sheila into my dream. I got her killed. It's like, oh. Fuck you. Yes, you. That is your fault.
Yes, you absolutely did. That's absolutely your fault.
Yeah. So the kills, I'll give them an 8 just because they're pretty memorable. Like that, I think just that specific roach scene. The story, okay. So the story, I would say it's a solid 7. It's just there are some, I guess, like the whole giving, like getting other people's powers is this little, it's a
Mhm.
little weird. But there are a few scenes that I'm just like, whoa. Was like,
Mhm.
well, I'm not like whoa, but I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Because I was like young when I first saw it. So
Yeah.
like the alongside when she was turning into a roach, it was like it was looping. It was like, come on, we have to
Oh
do this.
yeah.
I was just
Mhm.
like, what? And then they just realized like we're stuck, like we're
Mhm.
asleep. And what else? What else? What else? I remember something else.
Mm.
Shit. Oh yeah, the karate scene.
Oh yeah. The karate scene.
Where he was fighting Invisible Freddy,
Mm.
and I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
what's going on here? And and then the flying glove just stabs him in the chest, and then find
Mm.
out why they had to shoot that scene and whatnot. And then
Mm.
when he comes back to life and he's like, "Hi, baby."
Oh my god. It comes out of the casket, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. But I remember the story. Like, it made sense to me.
Mhm.
It just wasn't as good as 3, in my
I
opinion.
got you. I got you.
Just because I guess 3 kind of brought like a new flair to it. 4 was just trying to build off what 3 was.
Mhm.
But I respect it. Like,
Okay.
it wasn't bad. Like,
Yeah.
I still liked it. Story. I think I said story. I gave it a 7.
Mhm.
Characters. I'll give it a 7 just because I really cared about Sheila, even though she didn't really have much of an impact. I just think that was so fucked up.
Oh shit.
Like, um, favorite one-liner is like when Freddy grabs Sheila. It's like, "You want to suck face?" And then he like sucked her to death, and it was just like that rubber doll
Yeah.
that he just turns into. Like, overall, the movie, I'll give it a solid 7.5. I'll give it a solid.
Okay, 7.5.
Ah, I see.
All right.
Now you want to give 0.5.
All right.
I swear to God.
All right, there. Number 4 on your list.
This was a hard one because I had sentimental value to one of them. Well, 2 movies that have sentimental value.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say part 1. That's my 4.
Wait.
Oh hell no, dude!
Oh,
Get the hell out of here.
First, you want to put part 2 as number 8, Aaron.
No, I'm joking.
Then
No,
you-
it's not my 4.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
No, you're
you're not
not.
joking.
No, sorry.
No,
it's
you're
not my
not.
4.
No,
It's not my 4. Just good.
What's your 4?
My 4 is New Nightmare.
You better cover up the rest of your
Hmm.
answers and then show me.
Is he telling the truth, Michael? Did he scribble out Nightmare 1?
This one?
I switched this.
Oh,
one to
okay,
another one,
okay.
But it's not.
I love us using
I was
little
fucking with you.
the finger
Oh,
knives.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay. He actually was.
All right.
yeah. I was fucking with everybody.
You're a piece of shit.
Yeah, we're
You're a
about to
piece
end
of
this
shit
call
for
and be
that
like-
one.
Aaron is banned for life.
Okay, so
Oh my
yeah,
God.
New Nightmare is my part 4.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I agree. New Nightmares Part 4 is 4th place for me too.
Interesting.
For me, 4th place will be a part 2.
Okay.
For me,
Okay.
fourth place is Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors, the Part 3?
Mm-hmm. I think that was 4th place for me.
Aaron, you okay there, bud? Aaron.
Hey, I don't have part 2 as number 8, all right?
Me too.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey, I had to rank it. It doesn't mean I hated it.
You
I had to
You had
rank it.
Oh,
I had to rank it.
Oh man. All right. Go, Aaron. Why is not Part 1 but New Nightmare your number 4?
New Nightmare is my number 4 because what do I say the kills?
Yeah,
why?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
Kills
then
and
I
whatnot.
explain. Okay.
Mm.
So kills, I gave it a 7 out of 10 because I liked how they weren't like kind of, I don't know, they were interesting. Like the hospital one was like really cool. I like that kill. That kill was like with the nurse and shit was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the way I just didn't like the beginning scene when the claw comes to life. I liked it, but at the same time, like that one guy, like different said from that video, like I didn't notice before how it was like poking
Yeah.
poking him and stuff. Yeah, I didn't
What
really
video
like
was
that.
it?
He
What
watched
video
Dead
was
Meat.
it?
It was
Uh-huh.
Dead Meat,
Uh-huh.
So yeah, but
Knew it.
yeah. But yeah, the story I really enjoyed. I gave it a 9 out of 10 because I like how it was coming, like Freddy was trying to come to reality and he was like interacting with the original cast. So I like that, and like they were like, "Oh, it's not real, and then like everything started happening, and it was pretty cool. Like I don't know, I like it, and then like I like how he was like trying to get how they enter the dream world, and then like he's trying to like take over the sun and stuff like that. It's pretty. I like it. Yeah, it's cool. And the characters 9 out of 10 because it's the OG cast. I like the characters and the OG cast. You know, and I had like 2 quotes, but I'm gonna choose one. It's where he's chasing is Damien. His name is Damien, right? Yeah, Damien. So like he's chasing him, and then he's like, cause he's like, mommy, and then Freddy goes, "Where's your mommy now, piglet?" So I was like, oh, I like that. That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so I give it a 10 out of 10. And also the reason I give it 10 out of 10 is because when I was younger, my best friend, Damien, you guys met Damien before, right? Like that was like our movie that we used to watch together all the time because that was his favorite movie. So like we used to watch it like endlessly. So like that's why I put it like up there. Yeah.
So my 4th place is also New Nightmare. I love New Nightmare so much, but like I have to rank it. So, and I don't like New Nightmare as much as I like the other ones that are coming up. But the kills, I feel like the kills are like a solid 8. A solid 8 out of 10. They're simple but effective. You know, like they're really good.
Well worded.
Yeah, they're simple.
Just high Freddy.
Story 10 out of 10. I love the story with it. I know like Aaron didn't remember most of it because like I know if from what I remember correctly, it's not actually Freddy. It's a demon.
That's a demon entity
that takes the form of Freddy. That apparently Wes Craven has been trapping that demon within the Nightmare on Elm Street films, and that's why the demon is attacking Nancy, the actress Nancy, because her character was the only person to defeat Freddy in the movies. So the demon thinks that if the demon kills Nancy and like her children and all that, then there's no one that could stop him from coming into our world. And also Wes Craven is also trapping the demon once again by writing the movie as it's happening of New Nightmare. I don't know if that's the correct.
That's exactly what happened.
I remember it took me so long to understand what happens in that movie. Like, because I remember
meta movie.
I remember when Damien first let us borrow it. He was like, "You're not gonna understand what's going on in this movie," and I didn't.
Felt that.
We were 12.
Yeah, we were young. My favorite one-liner is the hospital scene where he's like, "Ever play Skin the Cat?" But he doesn't skin her or anything. But you know, it's fine. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Characters, 9 out of 10. They got most of the original cast. They got John Saxton to play Nancy's dad again. They got Wes Craven in the movie. I think they got like the executive producer on like every single one of the films on there as well, and stuff like that. Overall, it's a 9 out of 10 movie for me. I love it. All right.
Cool. I picked part 2 for my number 4. The killings were I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Nice. The actors, I'll give it another 8 out of 10.
Nice.
Let's see. I don't have a quote or a funny. I can't think of any on top of my head. Overall performance, I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Nice. Oh, what about story?
He said story.
Did he say story?
Yeah, you said
the storyline.
10, right?
I think so.
Did I say 7 out of 10?
I think you said.
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll say it again.
Okay.
Storyline, I'll give it an 8 out of 10, just because it's in the like the OG house
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. And yeah, that's
Nice.
pretty much it.
All right, James, you're number 4.
I chose Dream Warriors. So the only reason I ranked Dream Warriors lower than the other ones remaining is because I remember my first initial reaction was being like, "What?" Because like, you're so used to the regular formula
Yeah.
that when it kind of takes a little turn to like powers, but it makes sense. When you're asleep, you can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's sometimes it's goofy, like the wizard kid, like I am
the wizard master.
and then he hits him. I forgot the one liner that
I think it's like, I don't believe in fairy tales.
Yeah, I remember I love that one.
Stabs
him.
Oh yeah, like sorry kid, I don't believe in fairy tales.
And he just murders him on the
And
spot,
just
like
stabs him right there.
he kills majority of like the kids, and it's just like damn, like I think for the kills I'd give it a 9 out of 10, just because it had some really good ones, like that one. Like that one was like, damn, that sucks. Like you feel for the kid. He's like a little kid, then he dies like that. And then what's his name? I forgot his name, but like when like he cuts his tendons and he was using him as a puppet.
Oh yeah.
That was a really crazy kill. And he just
Joey.
Cuts it. Yeah.
Joey is the one that can't speak.
Yeah.
That's Joey.
Oh, the one that has sex with the nurse?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that has the thing for
No,
the
but
nurse.
we're talking about the other one, the one that makes like hand puppets and stuff like that, and then like he gets
the other
killed by
one.
Freddy. But, like,
oh
his
my
veins
god! Oh
and
my
shit.
god!
They use his tendons like that.
Billy.
Yeah.
I think it's Billy.
I think so. I think so.
Oh, Philip.
One really important kill. Okay.
You're gonna be
the
famous, bitch.
Oh
yeah.
Your big break in TV.
Yeah, that one was that's actually my favorite quote from that one. So
welcome to prime time.
Yeah, prime time, bitch. Fucking slams her into the TV. So the kills, I'll give them a 9 out of 10, just because they were all like really memorable. The story, I really like the story because it reintroduced Nancy, and then basically it was kind of like, I was like, oh, okay, like let's all band together and like try to stop them because we're all powerful.
We're all in this together.
Essentially, that's what the movie was. We're all in this together, but majority of them die. So the story, I'll give the story a 9.
Okay,
pretty good. What is it? What else? The characters I also give them a 9, just because I felt for pretty much all of them. Well, not all of them, but like majority of them.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, I know when it hits me when a certain character dies, I'm like, fuck, like really, dude, like that was messed up.
And he put it at number 4.
Aaron, you put number 2 at number 8. All right.
Shut up.
Yeah, trust me, you're gonna be shocked by my list, but
okay.
You're gonna be shocked by my number. Yeah, that's coming up.
Overall in the movie, like from here on out, these are the movies that I really liked. For this movie, I'll give it a 9, just because it was different, it was quirky. Even though at first I was like, I wasn't too, it wasn't a good approach towards me at first. Then I watched it again. I'm like, oh wait, I actually really like that. Like that was a really cool, interesting movie. I kind of sucks that some certain characters die, but cool. So yeah, that was mine.
All right, we are down to the final 3. So Aaron, who is getting the bronze?
The bronze would be part 1, my friend. Yes. I'm going to say part 1.
Oh my god, I can already see the comments are they're gonna butcher you.
Honestly.
All right, but you guys will understand my other 2 picks.
No,
just,
I understand.
Myself.
Yeah.
I explain myself.
Okay, at least it's top 3. All right, I'll give you that. It's top 3. Okay.
I had to put it top 3
All right.
at least. Come on.
So my number 3 spot is Dream Warriors Part 3.
You know what? I second that. Yeah, my number 3 spot is also Dream Warriors.
Nice.
Part 3.
So my part 3 is Freddy's Revenge Part 2.
Okay. Man, top 3. All right. Aaron, would you like to explain yourself here?
Okay.
No.
Elaborate, please. I'm so curious.
Okay. First, I'm gonna go through my rankings and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the kills 9 out of 10. I love the
Go
kills.
for it.
The kills were fucking amazing, beautiful.
So
and
why
shit.
did you pick it number
Except-
3? What the
You'll see. Okay. Like, okay, and then story wise,
Oh god, okay.
or story wise, 10 out of 10. Story was 10 out of 10 because when they introduced Freddy, and I like how like I don't know, it was it's the first movie, like you don't know what's gonna happen, you don't know what Freddy's about and stuff like that. So I like the story. The story is really good. Let me see. Characters, I gave it a 7 out of 10 because I didn't really feel for that many of the characters. Nancy, I felt for Nancy. I didn't really Johnny Depp's character. I didn't really feel for Johnny Depp's character.
He kept going to sleep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think Nancy's the only character I really like cared about in that movie. I didn't really care about the guy, the boyfriend either. Like the one that's like in prison and stuff. I didn't really care for him either.
Oh really?
Yeah, to be
You
honest.
care about? It was Ron, right?
Yeah, no, Robert or
No. What's his name?
It was Ron.
it was Ron.
It was Ron, right? Yeah.
It was like Ron, I believe.
It was yeah, with the potato.
And then my favorite one-liner was like when she goes, "Oh my God,
This
God,
God.
this is God,
This is God.
this
This
is
is
God."
God.
Yeah, it's my favorite line.
Yeah.
Overall, I gave it a 9 out of 10
Okay.
because I really do. I like that movie. It just yeah.
Okay. So
I still disagree with you, but
yeah, same.
yeah.
Same. So my number 3 was Dream Warriors Part 3. I love Dream Warriors. It's one of my favorites. The kills I think are 10 out of 10. Like they're all memorable. They're all great. I don't know like
Oh yeah.
I don't see like any. I don't remember any of the kills not being good in that movie. The story, it's 9 out of 10. I thought it was like really dope how they were trying to evolve the mythology of it, and also like how dreams would work, or how like because when you watch like Nightmare on Elm Street stuff, you think like, oh, why don't they they're in their dream, like why don't they just control what happens, or like stuff like that, which I don't know, I just really liked. My favorite one-liner is "Welcome to Prime Time, bitch." It's iconic. Characters 9 out of 10. I cared for basically every single one of them, even Lawrence Fishburne as like
I forgot he was in there.
The nurse. Yeah, Lawrence
That's
Fishburne's
right.
in this movie.
He was super skinny.
Yeah. Overall, yeah, I think it's like a 9 out of 10. It's like it's great.
Yeah, same with me, dude. Like I feel it, honestly. Part 3 was I really enjoyed watching that film. The killings were amazing. Like like Michael said, like it was rememberable. From start. Acting was really good. I enjoyed it. I'll give that a 9 out of 10. Well, actually, no, I give it a 10 out of 10. It was really good. Let's see. Quotes. Gotta give it with you, Michael. Like, that one scene in the TV room. Welcome to prime time, bitch. So that's like has to be my favorite. It's a very memorable scene because like he grabs her and then he sticks her in the damn TV and whatnot, and then she's like hanging down, and oh man, that was a brutal scene.
Yep.
Let's see what else. Overall, the movie characters. Okay, characters. I'll give them a good 9 out of 10.
Nice.
And then the overall movie, like, I'll give it a 10 out of 10, honestly.
Nice.
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
James? All right.
So I chose Freddy's Revenge. In my opinion, Jesse is one of my all-time favorite horror characters just because of, like, who he is. And, like, also, I kind of like the fact that, like, it's really mentally, like, not confusing, but like it like fucks with people, like in like or like it like in the movie because he's like out here begging for his life, like, look, like it's me, and then Freddy's like, like I control you, bitch, kind of like he's in control, but Jesse's trying to break from it. And I always thought that was a really crazy concept, how he came to life, or he came to the real world, manipulating everyone else by controlling him. And then like the whole pool scene when he came out, like he just started murdering everyone. Well, not everyone, but he started killing people. I was like, tense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously the highest amount of people that he would ever kill, or that's like the craziest thing he would ever do.
Yeah.
But I always thought it was a crazy concept. And also, like, it's kind of funny. I'll be honest. Had some comedic parts to it. fucking. I forgot when it was, but like they're like they were playing baseball or something, and then they had to like do push-ups. They're all dirty. I was
Assume the position.
You like,
you didn't like when he was dancing in his room by himself?
Oh my god!
Like got caught by
with the cock rock.
With the little cock gun.
Yeah, I remember that too. Fucking.
Man.
I always thought it was always a crazy movie just because Freddy's out there. Like, this kind of I guess took over something that like never came back to any movie, that he can control people. So like I guess he came back in Freddy vs. Jason, but that's like
demon dog babies.
Yeah, but I always thought it was kind of cool. But one thing that I always had a problem with is that he did all this murdering, and then at the end of the movie, he's just like, oh,
he didn't even get tried for anything.
Yeah, he didn't get in trouble for killing. And then when he killed his friend, that was a pretty crazy scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite kills. He went up there, is like, a girl wants to sleep with you in the cabana, but you're out here, you want to fuck me? Like, what the hell? And then he like stabs against the. Like, he stabs him against the door, and the dad's right there, and like the blood comes out, and I was like, sheesh, like, and then like how I guess they burned Freddy at the end. I forgot how. I think she was just like, I don't believe in you, or I forgot exactly what happened. I think she just kissed him, or she kissed Freddy.
She kissed him and something.
I don't believe in you is the first movie.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
but I just remember that movie just being like a trip, like, whoa, this is crazy. And then when he like looks himself in the mirror, it's Freddy. It's not him. And then the kills, I just remember it all. Like, the kills weren't the best, but I still remember. The kills, I'll give it a 7. The story is why I like it, just because it was different. Like it was like different, but it was still Freddy. Like, it was still him killing. Like, didn't have any like crazy like things. So the story, I'll give it an 8. The characters, I care for the characters, just because. Like, it's like you have a friend killing your friends. Yeah. Except his girlfriend didn't fucking like overreact when he was like, I killed. I forgot who his friend was, but he was like, it's like I killed him, and with blood everywhere, and she didn't really overreact. But I think it's kind of crazy having all that.
She just wanted a bug.
So like the story, I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
Nice. What else? The characters, I'll give it an 8 too, just because I really like Jesse. Like the one-liners. I guess the brains one, because that's the one that I remember the most. I remember there was some like weird parts where like he was at like I don't know if he was asleep, but he went to the drunk like the bar or whatever. And then
the coach is there.
The coach is there, and he made him run while he's wearing like that, like
he's still wearing the fucking suit.
Yeah. I was like, what the? It has to be one of the gayest horror movies of all time. But honestly, like, I really enjoyed it. Like, I can rewatch it just because it's so different. It's Freddy, but it's different Freddy that I actually really like. Yeah, there's that.
All right. So, Aaron, your second favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie?
Dream Warrior.
Dream Warriors?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Dream Warriors. All right. So my number 2 is Freddy's Revenge. Part 2.
Mine will be Freddy vs. Jason.
Ooh,
number 2.
Okay.
I think my number 2 for me has to be the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Interesting.
All right, Aaron, you wanna start us off?
Okay. So part 3 is one of my favorites. I enjoy that movie like so much. Like, it was like one of the ones that really got me into Freddy,
Mm-hmm.
and like because I didn't. Okay, I'll get into that later, but
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll explain that later. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the kills I gave it 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Mwah. Perfect. Story also 10 out of 10. The reason why I like this movie so much is because it has psychology terms in it, and it has like kind of different therapies and stuff, and that's what got me into like psychology at first. And so I like
That's
like no, it is yeah.
My
No,
friend
Freddy
does
got
you-
me into
like
psychology.
just-
hypnosis and stuff like that was interesting. You know, like how dreams
Oh, you want to
work.
put him
and
out of
shit
sleep?
like
Yeah.
Family just asks you like, what made you want to get into psychology and like get a degree in it? Y'all ever seen Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3?
Pretty much, yeah. The characters 10 out of 10. Even
Mhm.
from Lawrence Fishburne, like every character was, even the nurse. Like I even like the fucking nurse and the doctor that
She's
evil
hot.
bitch that fucking the other old bitch that fucking wouldn't let them out and stuff. I was like, why won't you fucking let them out?
Like, you bitch.
Like I was so attached to the characters, you know, like the characters like made me care about them so much,
Mhm.
you know. And then my favorite one-liner is when Freddy is like with the addict, the girl that's the addict.
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
like, let's get high.
Pulls out
And
the
then
needles.
he fucking the little mouths on the fucking
Mhm.
the arms and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, what a rush!" Like that was, I like that. It was cool. It was different. I like it. Yeah, it was cool. So overall, I gave it a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Yeah, it's
Nice.
because it's like one of my favorite like
Mhm.
Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything about that movie is just perfect. Even when he's
Nice.
like, my favorite scene is when
The guy with the attendants and all that, yeah.
That's like, oh fuck! I was like,
Mhm.
shit.
So yeah, my number 2 is Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. This one for a while was my all-time favorite. Aaron can confirm that. Like I watched this, I think I've seen this one more than any of the other ones. So the kills, I would give it like a solid 8 out of 10, only because like most of them they're not like as like what's the word for it?
They're not like crazy kills.
Yeah,
they're
they're not crazy. They're
Yeah.
simple, but like I said, like they're simple,
Yeah.
but they're effective, and like they're they're dope. What?
Keep going.
Okay.
I don't know. I just want to.
Okay. The story, I thought it was really dope. I was gonna give it an 8, but honestly, I honestly want to give it a 9, just because like the fact that like I know like a lot of times like people will say like, oh, I wish they went more into deep like depth of like what like plot points they wanted to go with, and this one actually did go into it a good amount in terms of like Freddy taking over Jesse and Jesse not being able to control it. But yeah, characters 9 out of 10. Honestly, I like almost all of them. Fucking, even to like Coach Snyder, like fucking hit the showers, assume the position, and then just fucking getting dragged into the shower by fucking ropes, and then just getting fucking whipped with a towel. And then of course, Jesse's scream. It's iconic. But yeah, overall, I give it an 8 out of 10. It's really good. I love it.
Freddy versus Jason. This is number 2 for me. Is one of my favorite from the franchise, and also too probably like from Friday the 13th. It's probably like one of my favorites also. I give it. Let's see, the characters. I give it a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Let's see, the killing. I give it a 10 out of 10. I think my favorite killing was when Jason goes into a room, and then like he sees the guy on the bed like after when he takes a sip of the beer, and then like he looks to his probably like his right, and then like he sees Jason, and then Jason like grabs his two hands and then just lifts up
like,
both corners of the bed and just like
folds in the bed.
them. Oh my goodness! So that was that one was my favorite part. Quotes. I like when before Freddy and Jason was about to fight like in the real world and whatnot. When Laurie said Freddy versus Jason, take your bets. That's when I was like, oh, okay, here we go. Overall movie, I give it a 10 out of 10.
Nice.
It's fantastic. The soundtrack is really sick too.
Oh,
The soundtrack is dope.
The soundtrack is really,
It's really
really
dope.
good. That's why, like, you know, like in horror films, like that's what I go for. Also, it's like the soundtracks. The soundtracks are so
Mhm.
good.
They are. They really are.
So yeah, Freddy vs. Jason,
Nice.
10 out of 10 movie.
Nice.
James.
All right, James.
All right, so I chose the original Nightmare on Elm Street. The reason why it's not number one for me is because of the inconclusive ending. Like, it makes sense, but also when you go to part 3, part 1 is never resolved. Part 1 never truly ended.
True.
So that's one thing that's keeping it from number 1 for me. Other than that, everything was great about it. The kills, you know, Johnny Depp getting exploded. The original the original ceiling kill. I guess, you know, like when what was his name, the boyfriend, when he got hung in jail, like
I'm pretty sure it's Ron.
yeah, something like that.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, when he gets hung, you know, everything about that movie, you just like I mean, I just really enjoy. You know, from when everyone thinks like Nancy's going crazy. One of the funniest things from that movie, I really think, like Freddy jumped on her, and then it was on fire, like the bed, and then she turned into a skeleton, like a skeleton. She just lowered down, and it's like.
Oh, guys,
That's exactly
we were close. It's not Ron, it's Rod.
Rod.
R-O-D.
I feel like Ron is from part 2.
Yeah, I knew it was
like
with
that.
I think so.
I said Robert.
But
I knew it was with the.
So I would say the
Robert's
kills are
an entirely different name. What do you mean?
Rob. So
Robert.
I give the kills about a 10 out of 10 just because they're all pretty, like, there was always something about each kill. They weren't just like generic, you're dead next. Like, you know, the story, I really like the story because, you know, obviously that was original back then. You know, it was the start of something new. So I'll give the story a 10 out of 10. The characters, I cared about the characters. Like, you felt bad for Rod when he, you know, when he was accused. You don't feel bad for him? Because he no, fucking Aaron's
really?
like, no, you didn't feel bad for him?
No, I didn't.
The characters, I think they're 10.
10 out of 10.
The story, I loved it. It was 10 out of 10. I guess the whole movie as a whole was 10 out of 10. It's a perfect horror movie for, what was it, the 80s? Early 80s?
Yeah.
80s, yeah.
Yeah, it was a great original idea. It's something that can be easily built on, and, you know, having Freddy like introduced, like, it was a really cool concept. It was really cool. So that's why I put it at number 2 is because of that ending. That ending, even though the movie, actually no, I'm gonna give the movie a 9.5. The only reason what's keeping it from being perfect is that ending. The ending is one of the most unconclusive endings of all time, which I guess is good. But when you continue the story and you never ever talk about the ending for the first one, that's I'm like what happened to them? Did they all die? Did they like so many questions that you never get answered. Yeah. And then part 3 comes in, is like, oh, here's Nancy. It's like,
surprise, guys!
I'm back. I'm alive.
It's like, wait, didn't she? Whatever. But the movie, besides that, the movie was great.
Okay.
Loved it.
All right, guys, we've done it. We have gotten to the number 1 Nightmare on Elm Street, in our opinions. Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Aaron, what is your number 1 favorite Nightmare on Elm Street film?
Freddy versus Jason.
Freddy versus Jason.
I respect it.
My favorite Freddy, Friday the 13th. Don't know. God damn it, Aaron! Now you got me thinking Friday the 13th. My favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie is the first ever Nightmare on Elm Street.
Same with me. The first one.
My favorite one is Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
I know it.
Ooh, okay. Okay, all right. Interesting. Nice. Okay, so, Aaron, would you like to start us off?
Okay, the reason why I picked Freddy vs. Jason is, like I said in the Friday the 13th one, it was the first time I ever saw Freddy or Jason. So it always holds like a memorable moment in my heart, because like that's when I started getting into horror. So that's why I always keep it like as my top, like for either franchise. Like that's like my top movie always, because I feel that connection with it. Like just like the way just the movie was like oh shit, like what is this? This is great.
Yeah.
You know, like what the fuck? Like both of them like in the same movie. Like what the fuck? Like it was it's just that's why it's my number one. But, yeah, the kills. I give it a 10 out of 10. I enjoyed every kill in that movie.
Nice.
From even when that guy fucking his dad gets his head cut off when he's sitting next to him and fucking gets killed by Jason.
We only wish we can see it though.
I really I should have asked him.
Yeah.
Damn, I should have asked him about that.
Michael actually worked with that actor.
Yeah, that guy's cool, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a short film that I was helping my friend out with. And then when, like, there was some people on the cast that, like, I didn't go to school with or anything because there were some people that I did. And so I looked up the actors, and then I saw, I was like, holy shit, wait, this is the dude from Freddy vs. Jason, the one that, like, his dad gets his head cut off. What the fuck? And then, like, me and him played, like, a news team. And it's just, like, for one scene, but he was really cool. It was really nice.
Oh my god.
So, yeah. So the story was over.
Fuck, my phone. Oh, it's dead. That's it. My phone's dead.
Right,
it's fine.
That's it. Yeah.
All right, go on.
Okay, so story, I gave it a 10 out of 10, just because it kind of showed Freddy as like it's kind of the shot caller. So like I thought it was pretty cool.
Like puppeteer.
Yeah, puppeteer guy. So I liked how they put him like kind of it was kind of like they're putting him above Jason a little bit, because like Jason couldn't do it by himself. So like Freddy was like the mastermind of like the plan, and it was pretty cool how they were just like wreaking havoc and stuff like that. But then all of a sudden like Freddy couldn't control any anymore. Like I thought it was cool. I enjoyed that, even like if other people don't enjoy it.
Nice.
But yeah, the characters. Okay, I didn't feel that much for the characters. I give it a 7 out of 10.
Oh, well, it's still fair.
It's like still fair. Like Lori was in the middle. The boy, I felt more for the boyfriend, because like damn, he went through a lot of shit. Like this guy got blamed for like killing her mom, and he was on a psych ward for like how many years? Like 2 years, a year, some shit like that. Holy shit! But like,
true.
Yeah. So yeah, overall, 10 out of 10.
All right.
10 out of 10.
So my, like I said before, my overall favorite used to be part 2 until like I like rewatched part 1 and like have been watching it.
You also watched the documentary.
Okay, yes, I did watch a 3-hour documentary about how.
4.
No, the Friday the 13th one was. No,
it was 4.
No, it was 3. It was about 3 hours.
It was 4.
The kills, I got 9 out of 10, just because like because Rod's wasn't as crazy, but it was still pretty impactful. But like all the other ones, like Tina's death, like I was telling Aaron, they had like this big old rig that was just like the room was a giant cube, and like all the furniture and everything was nailed to the floor, so it was like rotating. So like it looks like Tina's being dragged up like above the ceiling and stuff, but it's really just her just rolling onto the next floor. So yeah, the kills 9 out of 10. The story 10 out of 10. It's the original. It's it sets up everything mostly like about Freddy, his backstory, why he looks the way he does, why he is who he is. So my favorite one-liner is like how Aaron's was when he's like, "This is God," just because like I don't know, when I first saw it as a kid, it was terrifying. Characters, I'd give it an 8 out of 10, just because like Tina, there wasn't really a lot to go based off of like whether or not I like her or not, and then Rod was Rod. But yeah, overall, I think it was a 10 out of 10 movie. It's like the one of the movies that like made me scared as a kid. That actually like really scared me as a kid.
Nightmare on Elm Street, the first movie it blew my mind. So I overall like the storyline 10 out of 10. The actors, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. My favorite quote from it is when the girl says, "Oh God," and then at first like, "This is God," and then that's when all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
And then let's see, what am I missing?
The kills.
No, he
The
did
kill-
He just.
No,
Oh no, he
did he?
didn't do it.
Wait.
10 out of 10 the kills.
Mhm.
Yes.
Overall movie, 10 out of 10 for me.
All right. So the reason why Wes Craven's New Nightmare is my favorite one because it is completely different
Mhm.
than every other movie. It's a trip.
Mhm.
It's very meta, and honestly, the thing that I love is just the story, which is great. Even though there are some little dumb parts, like when the fucking kid is like, "Ah," like he has like a dumb voice, or he's just like screaming or tripping
I
out.
want my T-Rex.
Like, you know, I don't know. It's just. I'm trying to think about that kid. Sorry.
Yeah, for the next one, my back hurts.
It's just a very meta film. Like, you know, from when she was on the talk show and then Robert Englund comes
Mhm.
out, and then he says, "You are all my children now,"
Mhm.
and then they go back to talking normal, and then the earthquake happened, and they have actual shots of the Northridge earthquake when that all happened. I just feel like this movie is it's not real, but it feels like
it feels
Yeah.
real.
yeah, it feels real, and that's one thing that always got me. The kills
You're fucked up.
the kills weren't the best, I'll be honest.
Mhm.
Just because, you know, it was more simple, but it was more realistic. Like, you know, like when the guy crashed, and then I remember that scene where the earthquake happened, and then they were burying the husband,
Mhm.
and then like Heather, she like went down there. She hit her head on the bar, and then they were like in like a cozy little coffin when the kid was being held by
Oh
Freddy.
yeah.
I also think the Freddy redesign with his glove in that one was kind of like weird. It was kind of like trippy with the like the bright lines going through it. I think the characters are good, like 10 out of 10. They're like the original characters. We love having them back. Wish a few of them would have returned. Like, but you know, can't bring Johnny Depp back in all of them. But
It would have been Captain Jack Sparrow by then.
the story, I think the story was great. I think the story was 10 out of 10 just because it was so crazy and trippy and so unique and something no one can ever replicate. So that's why I think the story's 10 out of 10. The actor is 10 out of 10. Overall, that's my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street. I guess you can say Nightmare on Elm Street movie, even though it's not really, you know, part of the whole storyline. I always thought it was always a crazy, unique movie that can never be redone or replicated.
Mm-hmm. All right. We did it.
Yeah.
At least 2 hours, but we did it.
All right, boys. So,
all right, Michael, a lot of editing.
Yep, future Mike. First of all, thank you guys. Thank you both for coming onto the channel.
Thank you for having me.
If we do this again, which horror icon do you guys want to do?
Michael Myers.
Halloween?
Michael Myers or Chucky, one of those two.
Ooh, interesting as well.
Either or.
I would say Scream, but Scream can be left just because a lot of it's kind of. But Michael Myers or Chucky.
Nice. Okay. All right. Wedo, is there any thing you want to shout out, like Instagram or anything like that before we wrap up?
Oh man, it's one of these videos. Shout out to this and that. Nah. I guess you guys can find me in my socials. It's Miguel Flip. It's very easy. Yeah.
All right. James, is there anything you would like to shout out or share?
Shout out to Pears. Shout out to all the Pears.
All the Pears.
Shout out to all the Pears. Who was that from? I forgot.
It was
Rick Ross.
It was Rick Ross.
Yeah, it was Rick
That's
Ross.
Rick Ross. So yeah, shout out to Perry because he's healthy. Shout out to the Pears. Yeah, that's it. I mean, shout out to all my Pears.
All right. All right, so that about does it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you're new, subscribe. But anyways, check out, if you like horror movies, you must like slashers because you're watching this video. And guess what? We have merch that features a slasher. So check the merch in the link in the description below.
Yeah.
Don't forget to use code what?
SVG200.
To get what?
25% off.
That's right. Use code SVZ200 to get 25% off your purchase.
And hopefully we'll have a name for this podcast.
Yeah, like
'Cause
hopefully
we're gonna
like
need a podcast if we're gonna keep doing horror.
yeah. Anyways, guys, that about does it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Love, peace, chicken grease. Peace out.
Okay, how do I stop this recording?
Right there.
Oh shit, I wasn't recording. All right, guys, we gotta do that all over again. Just kidding.
It says on top record.
Swear to
Right
God,
on the
Michael.
right, on the corner.
Dude, what the? Aaron, what the hell?
You didn't do the edit, Mike.
Aaron.